Well, hello there. Check this out. I'm not in the house with no power. So the power came back on at 3 a.m. and it woke me up at about 4. And the reason we know this is because as soon as the power came back on, the stove clock started to count time from that moment on. So it said it was 2:30 or something by the time I got out of bed. So then I just backtracked that time, and that came on at around 3 o'clock in the morning. Of course, then the furnace kicked on. All the lights came on that we had turned on. We turned off most of them, but we have the Philips Hue system where you can control some of your lights with your phone, and then you can control the color and intensity and all that kind of stuff. So when you have a blackout, I have it set so after a blackout, all the lights, once the blackout is over, all the lights come back on. So I guess possibly the furnace noise made me wake up, and I was having some weird dream of me I was leaving like a family gathering, but it was like, you know how dreams are so skewed and weird. So it was like family, but it was other people, and where everybody's hugging because we had to go, and then all of a sudden, like, walking back home because I didn't want to take an Uber. I was just trying to save some money, and this is the dream, okay? Trying to save some money, and then I'm like walking through these dark streets, and then the next area was like a shipping yard. Then it was very sketchy looking. I'm like, nope, it's not worth it. So I was walking back out of that area to phone, or to at least order an Uber through my phone, and that's when the furnace or something woke me up. And then when I woke up, I'm like, everything is on. It's like, okay. So I had to like run around the house, shut everything off. The entertainment system, which had the Hue plugged into it, which had the internet and everything plugged into it, that died throughout the night somewhere. So of course, none of the internet, and I couldn't access the Hue system because it had no power. So I had to move the wall unit, unplug the stuff from the jackery, plug it into the wall, wait 5 minutes. While that was doing it, I had to like quickly run outside, shut off the gas generator because we didn't need it anymore. And then I just went through the house real quick and made sure everything is on where it's supposed to be on, everything is off where it's supposed to be off, and then I went back to bed. Unfortunately, it took me like maybe an hour to get back to sleep. That kind of sucked, and because I had to get up at 10 after 7. I should have got up at 7, but again, when you have something important to do, like catch a flight or whatever, I always have a bad sleep because I always think that I'm going to miss my alarm or I set it wrong, and so I have all these doubts that I'm going to miss my flight. And today I had to get to my mom's house and take her to the doctor. My sister and I are trying to help my mom because her hip's really bad right now. She's scheduled for a hip surgery, but she can barely walk. So my sister and I are trying to tag team as best we can to help my mom. And today's my turn. Somebody just flashed their lights. There's cops up ahead, but my Waze is already telling me, and everybody's going super slow on this road. So I just called my mom, made sure everything is cool. We're gonna have to use her car because I am in R2 right now. I figured since I'm out this way, after I help my mom, hang with my mom for a bit, have a coffee, shoot the shit, then we will do a stealth camp because it's Wednesday and I need to get something done. Thank you. Always thank people who warn you that there's, radar up ahead, because that's always nice. Yeah, it's just off the side of the road. I don't have my camera set up. I'm using my phone right now for, he's just writing something, sitting at the stop sign. You might be able to see him as we go by, but I need my phone for my traffic app just to help me guide me to my mom's house the best and shortest way. Moves me around accidents and slow traffic, stuff that you can't perceive yourself on your regular route. I have a special route that I like to get to my mom's house, but sometimes there could be an accident or anything could happen, and then it will guide you around it, which is cool. And that is WAZE I'm always pushing that app, but I have no sponsorship whatsoever. I push that app because the more people that use it, the more accurate it is. And I do flip-flop between that and the Google Maps app, and because that's pretty good too. And it does a couple more things than the Waze does. It does stuff like shows you that the intersection coming up has lights on it as opposed to stop sign, that kind of stuff. And then when you're on the highway, it really divides the highway up into lanes and shows you what the road looks like, so you can actually tell which lane you should be in. Sometimes Waze just kind of shows you, here's the highway, you're going to be turning right. Or it might be like there's the highway divides into like 3, and you have to like really understand which lane you should be in just for the safest spot possible. Anyway, so I do like the Google Maps, but Waze, people can report stuff. I'm not sure if Google Maps can. You can like say, oh, there's a police officer here, or there's an accident, or there's a pothole, or there's a dead animal on the road. There's things like that, and you can give other motorists a heads up as to what's going to be coming. And then you get points. So it's kind of like a game. Not that you should be playing games while you always let the passenger do it, right? Right. Anyway, so that was 72 hours of no electricity, the longest time we have never had electricity. I've been reading all your comments in the last 3 videos, and some of you have been without power for more than 3 days. I think I read possibly a 5-day and an 8-day. So hats off to you guys. I'm hoping you guys had access to a generator. I hope you had access to gas. Again, I'm not sure how many of you guys live on the East Coast and were affected by that huge blackout. And I can't remember what year it was, 2003, maybe 2004, somewhere around there. And I was actually, when I worked for the school board, and of course, once the power went out, everybody went home on, I think it was a Wednesday. And then I, at that time, was also videotaping weddings on the weekends. And this unfortunate bride, you know, what's going to happen, because her wedding was on Saturday, and, you know, all of Wednesday, all of Thursday, no power, into Friday. And I remember calling her and saying, you know, I unfortunately, I always charge my batteries the night before just to make sure they're all topped up and everything's good. I don't have any way at that time. I didn't have a generator, but I don't have any way of charging them. And even if I did have a way of charging them, if the power is out where the wedding is, then the power is out. So my Waze is telling me to turn left, but I have a funny feeling that if I go straight, I will save time. Sometimes it just tries to guide you around like little downtown areas. So we're going through the town of Bolton, and it's kind of slow through Bolton, but I think, I don't know, I just think the roundabout way is not good. Yeah, so I just shaved, did I just shave off 4 minutes? I just shaved off 4 minutes. It dropped down my arrival time from 9:08 to 9:04. So that was a good move. Sometimes you don't trust these things. It's been right more than I have been right, let me tell you. I'm like, no, I'm going to go this way. Traffic jam, accident, can't get around it, stuck on the highway. So back to the story. As you know, the power came on, well, depending on where you live, the power came back on Friday. So I got to charge up all my batteries. The wedding went off without a hitch. Another thing too, if you have a restaurant or if you have like an event center where you serve food, you know, as soon as there's a blackout, usually the owner or manager or whatever puts a lock on the fridges and freezers so nobody can get in or out. So you need to just not let any more cold air get out and no hot air getting in, because you could possibly be losing tens of thousands of dollars of food depending on the size of your event. But again, the wedding went off without a hitch, and I got the wedding shot, everything was fine. So after I take my mom to the doctor, like I said, we're just gonna sit around and hang, and then I'm gonna be doing a stealth camp somewhere. I have no idea. I haven't planned this far ahead. I didn't even think we would get the power back on like we did, but Carol's home safe with the cats, and with lots of electricity and power, and she's like, oh, I had to pull the fridge away from the wall to unplug the fridge to plug into a jackery or the gas generator, And she's like, oh, just leave it out so I can clean behind there today. So Carol's going to be cleaning behind the fridge chore today. Well, that's all I have for you today, guys. I'm so happy that our power's back. Thank you very much for all the love and support in the comments section. A lot of you guys thought it was commendable that I continued to videotape throughout this issue that we had of no electricity, and then having to drive up to the gas station and upload videos and all that kind of stuff. But hey, that's what I do. And when there's something crazy like that, you have to videotape it. I know, you might run out of power, but yeah, you at least capture all the footage and all the carnage and all the things that are going on. All right, so again, thank you very much, guys, for all your love and support, and we'll see you in the next vlog. Ciao.